Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we are going to make this form with little soft UI, which is neumorphism effect, as you can see. So in this form, as you can see that there is a nice hover effect, and also we will make this form as responsive as we can. So as you can see that it's so much responsiveness. So also, if you don't know what is neumorphism effect and if you want to know about it, so I already did a video which will show you the basic of what is neumorphism effect is and all about it. So I will link it in the description, so watch it. I will recommend it. So if you don't know, so if you know already it, so let's begin this video actually. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. So as you can see that I'm in my HTML file and here is my CSS file. So let's add a Google font first of all. So I will use Poppins, and here it is. As you can see that I already selected it. So let's import and copy and paste it here. So and also let's copy the and come here, and in the HTML let's paste it, and also say let's font family. So the font size will be about 25 pixel, and what I need is that's it for now. So let's go to the HTML and make our boilerplate, and here let's give it a name of, let's say, soft UI form. So in the body, let's make a div with a class of container. So there is a typo, I think, container. So in this container, let's get another div with a class of form, and in this div of form I will have a form, let's say, and here in this form I will have some input. So first one will be about text, and the placeholder will be, let's say, full name, and the second one will be about email, let's say email, and type will be also email. And here, and the last one, which will be the password, let's say the placeholder will be password, and also type will be password. So that's all input, and let's create a, not that, let's create a button for the submit. So in the button, let's say type will be the submit, and button text will be, let's say, register. And that's all for our HTML. So let's also link our style sheet. So link and style.css. So let's open it with live server. So as you can see that here is my form. So let's style the form. First of all, what I will do is let's remove all the unexpected gap. So let's say margin will be 0 and padding will be about 0, and box size will be border box. I save, and that will remove all unexpected gap. So let's come to the container and style it in the container. So let's say the height will be about 100 VH and width will be about 100%, basically the full window. So if I save and let's say display, so that we will make the content in the center. So display will be about flags, and justify content, justify content will be center, not justify self. Let's say content, and after that let's say align items will be about center, and that's it. So you can see that all of our content now in center. So after that, let's give it a background of this container. So let's say background color, and let's give it a RGB color. So RGB, and it will be 2020, 22, and 9, and 58. So that's all. So as you can see that we have a nice background here. So after that, let's go to the container, and let's go to the form, and in the form, let's say the height will be about 60%, and width will be about say 70%, and the padding will be, let's say, 30 pixel, and there will be 30 pixel padding, and let's give it a border so that we can see it. So border 2 pixel, let's say solid and white. So if I give it a border, now you can see that's our form. So that's it. So after that, let's say there will be a border radius. So border radius 12 pixel, and as you can see there is a border radius. And after that, let's give it display flex, and justify content center, and align items center. So it will make the form content in center. So as you can see that now the form content now in center. So after that, what we need is we need our box shadow, so which is actually the neumorphism effects. So let's create the box shadow. So for the first one, let's say 12 pixel Y, and let's say 20 pixel, and it will be RGB color, and actually it will be a blackish. So 000 and 0.32 will be the opacity. So if I save now, you can see that there is a blackish background, box shadow. So you can see it because we have a border. If I remove, so you can clearly see the box shadow now. So let's create the another one, so which is actually minus 13 pixel and also minus 8 pixel and 20 pixel for the, let's say, and 0 pixel, and it will be RGB color and like that, and 84, 46 and 197, and it will be the opacity about, so it will have a opacity about 0.2. If I save now, you can see that there is another white box shadow. So together there's box shadow, it's making our neumorphism effects. So that's for our form style. So let's go to the style of our form actually. So let's go to the next style, which is container.form and form. So here what we'll do is we'll set display and flex and justify content will be center and align items center. So as you can see that now our form now in center, but there is a problem. Now it's in a row. What we need is we need in a column. So what I can say is flex direction will be column. Now you can see that now every input now it's in own column. So that's it for the form. So after that, what I can say is width will be about 80 or 90%. So let's say 85% actually. So it will not show now. So after that, what we can do is let's go to the container and .form and form input. So here we will use the width of 100% and also the height of about say 50 pixel. Now you can see that it's covering only 85%, and there is other things going on. So after that, as you can see, we have of height 50 pixel, and each one having this 50 pixel of height. So let's say there will be a margin so that everyone have some room. So margin will be 20 pixel for top and bottom and 0 pixel for left and right. So that's it. So after that, let's have some padding with 20 pixel and 20 pixel also. So around will be 20 pixel. So after that, let's say border will be none. So there will be no border. Now you can see that there is ugly border. So what I'm doing is there will be no border, and if I save, now you can see. So also let's say the background will be none. So there will be no background. So as you can see now, so how we can identify each field? So it's simple. It will be our neumorphism effects. So let's create the neumorphism effects actually. So let's say box shadow, and it will be inset and 6 pixel. So inset means it will apply the box shadow inside the element. So first of all, the 6 pixel for the X and 6 pixel for the Y and 8 pixel. And let's say RGB color, and in this color it will be 0 0 0, and let's say 0.32 will be the opacity. So and also let's create the another box shadow. So insert it will be -7 pixel X and Y, and let's say -7 and 14 pixel, and let's say 0 pixel and RGB color. And in this RGB color, what I want is actually I want 84 46 197 and 0.2, and it will be, that's it. Now you can see that our box shadow is in place, and so you can notice that the box shadow is applying only in the inside of the element, not outside in the element. So it's because we set the value here inset. So that's it. So let's make some border radius here. So the border radius will be, let's say 8 pixel. So that will be fine. So after that, last thing, which is our register button. So let's give it some style. So container, let's say form and form button. Okay, so the button will be about, say, first of all, let's say cursor will be pointer, and padding, let's say padding will be 10 pixel and 50 pixel for the left and right, and margin top actually there. So we need some room in the top, so 20 pixel. So font size will be about 20 pixel also, and let's say letter spacing will be about 2 pixel, and border will be none. So let's say border will be none, and that's it. So as you can see that that's our button. So now what I need is we need to remove the background. So let's say background will be none, and now we can see it. So now we can see that the register button, but how can we identify the register button? So simply it's the, so let's create the box shadow. So let's say box shadow will be about 7 pixel and also 6 pixel Y value and 9 pixel and 0 pixel, and it will be RGB color, and the RGB will be 0 0 0, and let's say 0.32 will be the opacity, and the second one will be about, say, -5 pixel and -4 pixel and 14 pixel and say 0 pixel, and for the color it will be RGB color. So it will be same color for this one, so we can copy the value actually. So if I paste it here, if I save, so there is a error as you can see in the 55. So let's see. So as you can see that we did a mistake. So now it's working fine. So we can see that there is a contrast issue of the text color. So let's say color will be about white. Okay, but it's too much white, so let's decrease the opacity a little bit. So it's working fine. So at a little bit higher, so let's say that's one. So it's looking fine. So that's all the design. So let's also add a hover effect for this button. So let's say container form, and let's say form button and hover. It will be something change in the box shadow. So let's copy the box shadow. So the change will be the value for the inset. So if I put inset here and there, so if I hover, now you can see the change. It's working fine and nice. So the issue is the color. It's not looking good with the color. So what I can say, in the hover, the color will also change, and the color will be about, say, let's decrease the opacity a little bit more. So as you can see that it's looking much better now. So that's fine. So now let's the responsiveness. So as you can see that it's now not looking good in the desktop view, but looking good in the tablet or mobile view. So let's make it responsiveness. So first of all, so let's make a breakpoint of media query, media only screen, and let's say max width. First one will be the, not max, actually min width of 813 pixel, and let's say the container and the form. Actually we will make the responsive the font width, so there is nothing else to make responsive. So the font width which you need to make the responsive, so that's why I'm selecting the form actually. So under this form, let's say the width will be about 50%. So whenever it will be upper than 813, it will contain the 50% of the width. So if I save, so that's looking fine. So as you can see that, so let's go to the another breakpoint, which is actually for the desktop, and so which is actually for the desktop view. So 1273 pixel, and it will be about, let's say it will have a fixed value, so 500 pixel. So if I come here now, as you can see that now it is 500 pixels, no matter how the screen big will be. So if anyone cross this value 1273 pixel, it will remain in the 500 pixel width. So it will remain in our responsiveness. So the last one is for our mobile or extra small size device. So what I can set is, I can say 593. So if there is any device which is extra small, so for that what I need is, I need the width will be about 100%, and there will be a small margin. So let's say 20 pixel. So if I come here, and as you can see that there is only margin, but it's not working because we did it in min height. So because it is for only a small device, so we will have to use max. So it will be working fine. So as you can see that the responsiveness. So if I make it smaller, it will look fine in every device. So that's it for this video. So also let's make the font size a little bit good. So here is the font size in the input, I believe. So the font size will be actually, so the font size will be actually about 18 pixel and it will be white. So color, let's say color will be white. So that will be fine. If I say font, yeah, that's it. But there is another issue, which is the outline. As you can see, there is a blue outline. So if you don't want, what we can set is outline will be none. So if I save now, there is no outline. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more this kind of video. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, Khuda Hafiz.